Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with Diva D. How you doing? And baby, this is going to be my episode recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. A crash course in deflection. And you know who they're talking about. Current. Baby. When that car was swerving down that road at the beginning of that reenactment. Why am I laughing? It's not funny because Karen knows Karen. Wow. But anyway, boy, what really got me is I was like, where did the deer come from? Did Karen hit a deer? Oh, baby, shot out across that road. As if to say that Karen was trying to swerve and not hit a deer. Child, I cannot make this stuff up. That took a beat. You know what I want to know? Who was driving that reenactment car? Was that Andy Cohen driving that reenactment car? Stop. Whoo. I cannot. Karen, you didn't hit that tree because of your parents. You didn't hit that tree because of Bambi. You didn't hit that tree because of Ray. You hit that tree because you were taking them back one after the other. Now let's accept what we did in this matter. Accountability, Karen, accountability. Karen must have been negotiating her contract. Because the episode opened up with the one half of the green-eyed bandit. Oh, she's still a bandit. Don't ever get it twisted. She's a bandit for life. And what she's going to do is go over there and talk to Karen. Just make sure that Karen's okay. Because you know that's what Giselle is thinking. Giselle is no longer a snake. No. She has seen the light of Jesus since her and Robin have separated. She's on the phone with Ashley, of course. You know, I'm going to check on Karen, and I just want to make sure she's okay. Yeah, because Karen could have hurt somebody or herself. Well, the good thing about it is she couldn't hurt that forehead because that forehead had changed. It is still extra large and in charge. Like you worried about other people on the road, Ashley. Ashley, you know you ain't got nothing going on over there, girl. You still playing that dog on the divorce game, girl. You know you ain't got nothing going on over there. That's why you playing that divorce game. And little deal and thrill. Yeah, whoever they are. That's all you got going on over there. That's why you in everybody else's business. So Ray, he shoes Karen and Giselle out the house, and then they meet up for brunch at this little quaint restaurant where, amazingly, a dude shows up with a donut and says that Karen doesn't drink when she goes there. And then Giselle says, well, of course, you don't sell liquor here. And then she says, we do. And they had the other ladies hold, boy, they hold up those little mimosa cookies. And so Giselle says, well, I want to make sure you're okay, you know. And Karen says, well. Giselle, you know you can read now, darling. I'm okay. You know, I can't talk about this thing because it's a legal matter. Giselle gets in confessional. Because, you know, Giselle is a confessional gangster, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, she is. I gotta say. Shoot. It's getting staged. Oh, yes, it is. Because Karen, nobody on this show besides Monique could deflect the way Karen does. I miss that head-on confront things as they happen with Candace. Candace was the show. Y'all trying to make it out to be Giselle, and you trying to make facts happen with Giselle. It was Candace, because Candace was married. Candace had the money. Candace had the raise, darling. Candace was just the epitome of a housewife. Just like with Kenya, you love to hate her, okay? Not me. No. Not me. Talking about everybody else. I'm talking about y'all, but not me. The rest of y'all. Because I love me some Candace, dog. And when she got Molly popped upside her head, if I could have jumped through that TV and helped her out while Big Nick was popping her upside the head, I would have done it. Because Candace is my girl in my head. And she is missed on this show. I hate that I cannot, because Giselle bullied her off the show. I hate that I cannot see her go through her pregnancy other than on Instagram. I wanted to see it on the show. I wanted to see her baby shower on the show. I wanted to see Chris's reaction to her baby shower on the show. I wanted to see all of those elements of Candace being pregnant, because she had, gone through so much to get there. And then to not see it, it's annoying. And then, Giselle does not have Robin anymore. See, what it was Giselle's plan at that reunion. She thought that since she bullied Candace off the show, she would still have Robin to bully the rest of the girls. But no, darling. No. Things did not work in her evil favor. Her Robin to her Batman kind of exiled herself off of the show doing the bullshit. And that's what she did. Now, does anybody want to tell me how it is that this show is always filmed around nobody's birthday but Karen? Has Giselle ever had a party on the show? And now that I find out that during filming, Wendy's birthday happens around the same time, this is actually the first season I think they have celebrated Wendy's birthday. Unless she didn't want to. That's how come we didn't know that Wendy was turning 40. I know Wendy's a beautiful lady, and the melanin is popping. But I really didn't know how old she was. I just honestly thought she was out. With the eloquent speaking and she reminded me more of not her looking just 40. It's just her body type and her tone of voice gave me a mature woman. No insults. Because, I love Miss Wendy. Dr. Wendy, to you, sweet. And just because she quit Johns Hopkins, what does that change? Because she held the doctoral degree in her hand. Earned doctoral degree. Not honorary. Earned. So, still Dr. Wendy to you, sweetie. Okay. Now, G and Sasquatch, they meet down to, well, if you watch my channel, you know what I call me a Sasquatch. Shout out to Candace for giving me that name. Wendy didn't call it. Candace didn't call it Sasquatch. She called it Bigfoot. So Sasquatch, Bigfoot, same thing. Okay. So they meet out in the park and they are talking about the literal disrespect that that Mia is giving him by parading Murder Inc. around the world in 80 days. So Mia's like, okay, well, Granddaddy G, I got it going on, so we living off my check. No longer with the joint chiropractor, so I don't need you. Now my thing is with this, since her and Murder Inc. have been together since she was in high school, what does that mean exactly? Does that mean that if Murder Inc. runs out of money, since he's partially syndicated, will she leave him as well? Say the radio station she shuts down off up in Florida, one of his places of syndication, and cause a Hurricane Milton. Will she leave him too? And then, this whole back and forth on who's the baby's daddy. Will we ever know? Because Unless we get a blood test, paternity test, DNA test, or, go on paternity court with Judge, I forget her name, Lauren Lake, I believe that's her name. Unless we go on Judge Lauren Lake, how are we going to ever know for real? Because if you just go by looks, Dr. G could be Murder Inc.'s dad. I'm just saying. And Dr. G is right. Why did you leave me without really leaving me? The appropriate thing would have been to separate. Talking about you and me. Separate. You gotta agree to separate. Instead of just flouncing all around with that dude from the radio. Well. Ashley is still playing the divorce game, ain't she? She's talking about she's gonna divorce God. She down to the attorney office, and we're gonna pass right on by there because I don't give two shakes of a rattlesnake's ass about what Ashley has going on. I'm sorry. I don't. Even though her forehead is taking up the whole screen. That's it. That's all I got. Sorry. Now, hallelujah. Praise Jesus. Wendy has decided to leave the profession of professoring. Okay? Now, here's the deal. I've always known this is not what Wendy wants to do. Now, baby, when I tell you that I love to see her debate when she's doing her... Now, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by one of the pharaohs, I love when she does her commentary. So, if she can get some doctoring done doing commentary all day, every day, and just drag those Trump supporters, I'm here for it. Now, anyway, she's in there trying to take up Eddie's space. And Eddie's looking at her like, yeah, you can get your own space just because you retiring and whatnot, or quitting, or whatever you doing, or resigning. Okay? You need to step aside, Clyde. Anyway, that Eddie is cute to me. I don't care what nobody say. When people was comparing him to Idris Elba, and I was like, and he is Wendy's Idris. And besides all that, now, if you really want to go true, people are just saying that Idris looks better than him because Idris is a big star. But, Eddie is right up there for me. Nice chocolate complexion. Child, don't get me started talking about that like the husband. Let me move on. Now, what I was going to say was Eddie is an alpha. And I did not know that he and Wendy were in the same, brotherhood, sisterhood type thing. That's so cute. I like it when they do that. The sororities and fraternities, they marry within the D9 family or whatever. So now we meet Stacey, the former, did I say Stacey? The former QVC lady who was married to the Caucasian man. Now I got to get to know these new girls, okay? So give me a minute. But anyway, whatever her name is, Stacey, I believe in. The one that married to the Caucasian man. Karen noticed that she didn't have one. Good. Where's your ring, brother? And she says, well, I'm working on getting a divorce. I got a friend on the side. Now, she didn't tell that yet. But hey. Okay, these ladies. When I saw G and Mia at the top of the show, now I'm seeing this lady with her side dude, but they're not doing it right. You remember I told you in the trailer recap that they were celibate, but I don't know if I would come on TV with my side dude. And I also believe that they have been watching Love and Marriage Perfect, because that Carlos came up with that one. Andy Cohen. Are you trying to be like Carlos instead of the other way around? And because your show is on the white network and the bigger network, you get more attention from your show? Is that what's going on? Because this is a Carlos thing right here. women have side dudes and whatnot. And things of that nature, according to Martell Hotel. When Stacey comes out in that dress and Karen, is drinking her non-alcoholic wine. She says, oh, darling, you look so beautiful in that dress. Now she does. She really does. Did I hear somebody say that Stacey was a broke down Kenya Moore? Great value Kenya Moore. Baby, I cannot laugh when I tell you that I went a step beneath great value when this paper towel shortage came out and tissue shortage came out. You don't think I went to Walmart and got all the tissue that I could in that black and white without even the great value name on it? Shoot, baby. That's what I did. So, she could be the great value Kenya. I mean, Kenya's beautiful. And so is she. Potato. Because like I said, great value was a step above all that toilet paper and tissue I got in there. But I got some. So now that Giselle has seen the light, her father passed away, but now it was just as grouchy and just as evil in the reunion. She has seen the light, and Jesus has called upon her to say, I don't have anybody. My children is gone. They down to the colleges. And I'm at this house by myself. And Robin is not on the show. Let me see what I can do to stir up some mess. But at the same time, get in good with these people because I'm alone. And you did it to yourself, Jesse. You did it to yourself. I don't want to be around your ass. I don't care if you want to turn over new leaf. When they decided to bring a friend to the show and make it Jackie, I mean, I didn't dislike Jackie, but I didn't like her either. You know who I did like? A Scott. I like the Scott. Potomac friends to the show are just like Married to Medicine's friends to the show. It's like they don't know how to gel right with the group, and I'm not talking about them as individuals because I really want to Audra. I prefer Audra over Sweet Tea, to be honest with you, over there on Married to Medicine, but that's neither here nor there. On here is the friend dynamic, and it's just great and wonderful that Kiana was able to mix in with the group to the point where she was able to get a fluke because she deserved it, in my opinion. This Jackie lady, I can do without her. So Mia is introducing her friend to the show. They're calling her just Jay for now because I don't think Giselle can pronounce her name. But also very beautiful, and remember I did talk about her also in the trailer. And I'm not sure. Maybe they were trying to decide at this point who was going to be the friend and what they were going to do with Kiana, because I'm not sure if the J lady is a friend or she cast, full cast. But either way, she's with Mia in her lips. And I mean Mia's lips. We try to do everything like the Caucasian ladies do for beauty, don't we? Because back in the day when we had our big pouty lips and then they dragged us for having them and made mockeries of us by painting white paint on our lips and then painting themselves black with the exaggerated features. Here we are not needing lip injections. And because white women get them, we decided to too. Just looking a damn fool. Shout out to Delicious over there on the Queen's Court. And Mia, right here on this show. I thought that's what it was. It's Jassy. But they call it Jazzy. But it's spelled J-A-S-S-I. So I'm going to call it Jazz. Hey, I'm going to jazz it up. Put on my own little shoes. Now, it amazes me how Mia describes Jassy. She says she's beautiful, she's articulate, and that's not Mia's type. Mia has the tendency to hang around people that's above her pay grade. I'm just saying. Because she's not any of those things that she described in her friend. I'm just saying. Here comes Wendy in that orange again, slaying. Best dress. Dressed better than everybody, even the host. Oh, by the way, this is called a attitude party. Some shit Giselle came up with. Giselle is whack. Period. Nothing up there. And y'all point at my head. Just whack. So when they recognizes that Giselle is kind of playing her at this point, she's like, okay, now I know that she didn't invite me to be genuine. Did she, she's genuinely trying to throw out the olive branch? Hell no. She's genuinely missing right. This show's freaking freak, if you will. We also meet a new friend by the name of Vivian, and then we find out that Jassie was an international flight attendant, and then she met her old dude that plays with the Kansas City. Did I say, is it the Chiefs? Is their name still the Chiefs? Are they still walking around here with that name? Okay, now, Washington did change their names because they're the Commanders. So I think he's a Kansas City Chief. Now, how were they able to keep that name? Okay. I'm moving right along because it's the Indians' business. Or should I say the Native Americans' business. I'm staying out of that one. Well, so here we go. Wendy actually knows Stacy. Just like she knew Nick. It was a poll on Twitter that asked, who do you miss the most? Between, what was her name? Katie, Sharif, Candiace, and Necca, and Robin. I said, it's just Candiace. That's all I had to say. So, Karen's hat is Hollywood. I've seen that hat somewhere before. Was it on her? I don't know. I don't remember. So, the ladies had a question about her DWI, and Mia is leading charge of all people. Mia, you got a husband and a boyfriend. And golf ball skin. Do you have any room to talk? No. So, the questions are about her DUI and stuff. And so she says, all I want to know is who's my real friend? Karen. That's why this episode is called The Queen of Deflection, dear. That's you. Oh, this gets on my nerves about Karen. Karen and her wishy-washiness. Karen and her attention-seeking. It all irritates the absolute positive shit out of me. And all that grand dame stuff, it don't impress me. It don't. She getting on my damn nerves now. She said, because I suddenly don't want any fat bushes around me. And then Mia said, oh, good God, Karen. You are now the gangster of Potomac. Well, what are you? Just the golf ball of Potomac. Being hit between Murder Inc. and Daddy G. What is the projected timeline for what's going on with you? And she's going, as long as it tricks, as long as the wheel of justice is turning. Oh, wait. Karen. Did anybody watch What Happened with Lies? I think I'm going to have to watch that to see how she spins the truth on there, because it's given she does a worse job when she's lying on Watch What Happened Live than she does on the show, because it's really, really more rehearsed on the show. So I have to see Karen live to really get into her lies. So Ashley, of all people, her and her forehead go back to the past and remember when she had her previous DUI. And she's like, oh, she spins things, goes around the world in 80 days and talks around the subject. Child, when you right, you're right. You and your forehead hit the nail on the head. Pun intended with that one. Ashley is a cowgirl because out of the most disappointing episode and the most disappointing trip that I have ever seen on Housewives shows, when she took them to Texas and they played in chicken shit. No. And Potomac was supposed to be about classy ladies. Bullshit. So now they're going to introduce health and wellness. The DNA, it's called DNA fusion. So, Wendy said, and people always want to call Wendy a booty kisser or whatever. But she sure dragged them and throws the best shade in those confessions. She said, if DNA wasn't bad enough, now they want to fuse some stuff. What are you fusing? Get that closed damn website off the ground first before you start fusing anything. And Mia's hat is the king. Okay. Because she's pimping 2 men. It should have been just plain old pimping. You know, Candace noticed Sasquatch's feet. But did she notice how big her hands were? Did she say anything about her man hand? I'm curious. Boy, those hands are just as big as the feet. So Giselle says, being messy. Have you shared them with Jacqueline yet? Yeah, you remember that whole thing with G. Mia is like, you don't play about me. So it ain't no sharing going on over here, Missy Giselle. See, here's what Mia messed up in. She thinks that Giselle is the same person now that she was with Robin. No. She don't need you. She needs to scale it back now. She needs other allies. And the only one she has that's faithful is Ashley. Now, you know what? I think it's time for me to keep it real. If I had to choose between OGs at this point, I would actually prefer Robin over Ashley. I think I would. Absolutely. No, not Robin, because I can't stand one. Well, neither one of them. How about that? So, the TV version of Kenya says that these ladies have their claws. Well, girl, you know how that is. What you consider class, somebody may consider it snooty. So, Mia says, well, you know, Gordon needs us. You know, he leans on me and Murray. And then, sure, Mia. Is ink washing Gordon's drawers? Oh, now Karen is a shade assassin, but I don't like her ways at all. But that right there. So Jacqueline remembers her role and comes in to be Captain Save a Hoe, literally and figuratively. And she says, well, I think Murder Inc. is meant for her, but not G. G was more like a business arrangement. Yeah, more like a sugar daddy. Yeah, we all know. So Stacey said, well, how long were you married? She said 11 years. Giselle said, well, that's a long business arrangement. And it was a long one for you and Mr. Pastor over there. So Karen says, you know, it's more than that because you did actually give birth. So Karen, you know, it starts to get frank with her, but she doesn't really get frank with the rest of the group about her stuff. She's about to get frank with Mia. I said, well, Mia, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed with you having your children plastered all over the internet. Thinking about your kids. Karen says, Mia, listen, darling. I'm just saying, I feel some type of way about this whole situation. You had your kids plastered all over the internet. And then Mia was like, do you think I wanted my children plastered all over the internet, Karen? Then she said, well, were you thinking about your children when you did all this? And then Mia says, so, are you acting as if this is all my fault? And then, hey, darling, I'm asking you a question. Well, Miss Jizzy. Now, Jizzy has already given you the counsel, no counsel. Then she comes in with the 1, 2, 1, 2 behind Karen and says, now, you didn't protect your children. Uh-oh. Giselle piles on some more. She says, well, it was mixed there. What are you saying? And I were in love. And he tried to drag out this marriage. There was a separation. And then he embarrassed me. And I just can't. Nobody else knew. Now, all of a sudden, G was a smoothie. Now, see, my only thing with him being a smoothie is I'm not saying that he wasn't. But my question is, where was all of this before? Because before, G was just the most fantastic thing since sliced bread. Now, all of a sudden, since Ink is back in the picture, he's just the worst thing since wheat bread. Child, I can't make this stuff up. And so now, poor Mia was going through so much. And Jacqueline was the only one who knew and understood. But just remember now, Jacqueline, there was a time when Mia blasted you on television. Said you had the food stamps and you were driving her and G's vehicles and you had no money to really take care of your children like that. You remember that girl? I guess you don't. Because you're right there being her little lapdog, aren't you? Okay, well, there's Wendy again, defending people who don't defend her. Now she's like, Giselle, that is kind of going a little far, you know, she is a mother. As mothers, maybe we shouldn't. Anyway, and Mia don't care about people being mother. Mia didn't care about you being a mother when she knocked you upside the head with that person. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. She said her kids are thriving. They're doing good. But here's the caveat there. You have done some things that are quite embarrassing by bringing your husband and your boyfriend onto this show. And it just appears that you are doing that desperate thing where you have to make sure you hold on to your flute. Because what's happening is people swell your head up by saying you carried last season by bringing on your husband and your boyfriend. But now it's kind of like, we've seen it, been there, done that. If you're a fan of Love and Marriage Huntsville, then you already know that that is the current storyline over there. Okay. I mean, it's not giving what it's supposed to give, I think. I mean, maybe because we desensitized to it because of what's going on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville fans at this point. If you're not a Love and Marriage Huntsville fan, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. But you may know Motel Hotel from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. When they say at the court, this group we all mothers, but what tickled me is that when that Mia walked off, she said, and don't follow me. Like she really wanted somebody to follow her. Why can't I make this up? Now, I have to say, that Jazzy and Jacqueline did follow her to 2J's. But, and Wendy was still at the table defending Mia, of all people. But Mia had nothing for you when she knocked you upside the head with that purse. She had nothing for you when Robin and Giselle had ganged up on you and Candiace at the reunion. But here you are playing the mother card. But child, that's them, child. That is them. And things of that nature. Shout out to Martell. I'm going to close here because that's the end of the episode. She goes to the bathroom crying. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chop them up. But before I do, come on in, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button, and you will be notified when I upload a video. And as I do, when I close, I'm going to chop them up. Deuces. This is reality with Deeper D.